Come on, we're hunting lightning fossils.
This is a lightning strike, Fulgurite, and this is the way it dispenses its energy, and it turns right into a shockwave pressure plate.
More than 20 years hunting for fulgurites. Even though lightning strikes the Earth about 8 million times a day, fulgurites are rare.
Lightning struck here. This took a lot of volts to create this.
You get the lightning with all that energy, and it just melts the sand immediately into a beautiful formation like that.
And then just like that hardens with the snap of a finger. Fossils. And just like that hardens with the snap of a finger.
You were driven, eyes on the prize. A yoga routine, home exercise.
I want to briefly cover the history of the idea of electrical cratering and the associated experiments that confirm the idea. I then want to examine how exactly each type of crater can be formed by examining real examples alongside experimental evidence. Conventional wisdom will tell you that the craters we see on the Moon were made by meteor impacts. When you examine the sheer variety of crater types, you start to question how a simple impact could create this. Experiments using impactors have failed to create all of these patterns. Electric discharge experiments conducted over many decades by independent researchers have been able to reproduce a huge variety of these craters and scarring types.
In the PM series of courses, we're going over the plasma moon theory. This is a fascinating framework that states that the moon shows us the actual map of Earth. We know that because we can look at the moon ourselves, compare it to the land that we know, and then extrapolate that out to have land that we don't know and what may actually be the only accurate map of the world.
Patterns under the pyramids. They seem to spread out from under the pyramid. When lightning or electrical discharge hits certain substances, you've probably all seen it. It makes like a dendritic pattern or a fractal pattern going out, or that's what you see that there? That's what I'm convinced, have now. And it looks like this plateau was hit by major lightning strikes, but I don't believe atmospheric lightning. I think from a solar outburst. This may be why it's a sacred site. The Sphinx was possibly already there, was hit by it, but this made the whole site even more sacred. They built the pyramids on top of it. I'm convinced that there's probably older structures under the pyramids, but that's another story. And I want to point out, I've got a little note to remind myself that there's other places where you get this same pattern of a major lightning strike.
In very ancient times, and then monuments built on top of the ancient structure.